We are live on Facebook Live. This is Bruce Hutchin, your host at Whitetail Rendezvous. And I'm pleased to have Meadow Kouffeld back on the show again. She's been a guest. She was the guest for the Governor's Opener for deer hunting. She was the guest for Governor's Opener for pheasant hunting. And now she's back because she is one of the 4 finalists in the globe. This is a worldwide and contest for ladies who hunt, and it's called Extreme Huntress. Meadow, welcome back to the show, and I'm so excited to have you on and spending the next few minutes here talking about Extreme Huntress and why you even raised your hand and set in a resume or application for it.
Well, I was pretty motivated by Extreme Huntress and to apply this year because, as I've mentioned before, that competition has really morphed into something more as the time goes on. This is the 10th year. And now it kind of stands for representing women in the outdoors, confident, capable women, and you're hoping to inspire other women and young girls to become hunters and take to the outdoors by providing a role model through a media such as the films that they're putting out right now.
Now, Extreme Huntress was created by Tom Opry, and how long ago was that created?
10 years ago. This is the 10th year. I actually applied the first year and wasn't selected, but time has gone on and I've gone forward in my career and my education, and I've spent more time with the recruitment, retention, and reactivation aspect of hunting, and now I'm a little more competitive, so I was selected this year.
Well, good on you. I know there's a couple ladies from Europe, Eureka, and then Tiana or Tatina? Tatana?
Tatiana.
Tatiana, and she's from Slovakia, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
And Eureka is from Sweden.
Yes.
And then Janie Belknap she's from the United States.
Yep, she's from Washington State.
And so that's the 4 finalists, folks, and you'll be hearing from all of them on Whitetail Rendezvous. But let's get back to Meadow. Now, Meadow, what's your statement? Here you are in front of hundreds of thousands of people. So why should you be the Extreme Huntress for 2019?
Well, not only do I hunt, and I've hunted my whole life, and hunting is an extremely important part of my life, but I've begun to dedicate a larger part of my life as time progresses to bringing new hunters into hunting and furthering, hopefully, that North American model of wildlife conservation by increasing and maintaining hunter numbers through hunter recruitment and retention. And so I think that that's part of what really stands me apart from the other ladies, is that I do a fair amount of that R3 work, and I'm very passionate about that side of hunting and recruitment. So that's kind of, I guess, what made me stand apart is not only am I a great hunter and I hunt a lot, but I've gone a long ways in my career to bringing new hunters in.
And that's important to differentiate yourself in any business or product. And I know you do a tremendous amount of work, and folks, all you have to do is Google her, and you'll see her devotion to recruitment and retention and reactivation of hunters here in the United States. When you think about entering a contest, were there any thoughts of, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe, I don't have the right stuff? The self-confidence it takes to enter this type of global contest is off the charts.
It took a few years for me to decide to apply again. I don't feel like I need to win a title to reassure myself that I am an extreme huntress or a woman that is deserving of a title. I don't need that to reassure myself, but I did see it as one step further to increasing media exposure of women to the general population as outdoorsmen and women. And so, I did take a fair amount of confidence. I did talk to some of my peers, some other female outdoor writers and dog handlers that I know, and they encouraged me to go along and apply this year. And so, besides the confidence, it was one of those things that I had also motivation from some of my friends that I should do it and that it would be a great experience. And I'm sure glad they did that, and I appreciate their confidence in me.
Well, it's well deserved, that's for sure. When you think about the contest, just kind of run us through. You had to submit a resume. Then what happened?
Well, you submitted a resume basically of your outdoor experiences and experience in the conservation world. I've been heavily involved in the outdoors and conservation efforts for a long time. So my resume is pretty healthy, but you basically submit this resume. It outlines all of your experiences, your involvement in conservation, and then a short essay that is kind of an introduction to you, to the public. And this year they made the option to have a short video that you can use to introduce yourself to the public as well. And so basically those three things were submitted. The judges judge those three things, and then they make a selection for the top 20 semifinalists. And then from that point, the semifinalists go through a popular voting period, which is kind of what we're going through right now for the selection for 20% of that vote for the finalists. And then the rest of the percentage for that vote comes from the judges' criterion. So it's kind of involved. It's like being vetted for a position.
So the popular vote, if you will, is that 20% of the total vote, if I heard that correctly?
That was for the semifinalist portion. Now that we are in the finalist portion, 10% of the vote, or 10% of the total overall score is the popular vote. And since all of the ladies are so close, we're all very close because we are talented in our different ways, and we ended up being so close in our final competition score, that 10% actually is going to mean quite a bit. And so the popular vote this time around is particularly important.
Tell us about the finalists when you went down to the ranch in Texas. What was that like, meeting all the ladies from all over the world and competing yet becoming friends?
Well, meeting those ladies was one of the primary motivations for me. I was really excited to get a chance to spend time with women like that because I find that I really enjoy being around women with similar mindset, and there's just not that many of us. And so that, and in addition to spending time with ladies from overseas that have different hunting traditions and come from different management structures. So I was really looking forward to that. That was definitely the highlight, and it did not disappoint. I was very pleased. Those women are wonderful. And then, like I said, maybe in a prior interview, the ladies, all of us got along really well. It was a very respectful competition. There was no cattiness or anything along those lines that could sometimes happen in competitive environments. And so I was pretty proud of how respectful and adult everything was. And it was a very fair competition. And the ladies, we all shone in different areas. And so going down there to Texas was very enjoyable and quite the experience. It wasn't without its stress levels, which is intended, but I really enjoyed Texas in general and spending time with those ladies.
Well, how do people vote for Meadow?
Well, you go online and you go to the extremehuntress.com website. There's a voting area where you scroll down and you find the lady that you want to vote for. You click the little bubble, submit your vote. You'll require an email address. So you submit your email address, and then you'll get an email from polldaddy.com that will require that you confirm your vote. And if you don't confirm your vote, it doesn't count. And I can guarantee that there's no spam or anything associated with the Poll Daddy. Nobody's had any complaints thus far. And that's kind of the gist of it. But if you would like to watch the episodes, they're released every Sunday right around 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then you're able to kind of keep track of what's going on. Right now there's 3 episodes on the ground, so you can go ahead and get caught up there on the Extreme Huntress website.
Once again, how does somebody vote for Meadow?
Go to extremehuntress.com, look for my name in the voting portion, click the bubble, enter your email address, and be sure to confirm with your Poll Daddy email when you get back.
And with that, we're going to close this segment of Facebook Live with Extreme Huntress finalist, Meadow Kouffeld. Thank you, Meadow.
Yep, thank you.